If you're sticking around with me for my reading, you're allowing me into your energy of love and light, and I appreciate you so much for that. All my readings are timeless, so if this resonates, it resonates. Doesn't matter when you receive it. I swear to that. Come on, cards. Oh, hello. Oh, resilience. We like this. 9 of Wands coming out. So this tells me that you've been through a lot, but somehow you stay level-headed, which is amazing. Because, I mean, it feels like, oh, just a moment. Okay, so we had the Ace of Wands fall on the floor. So if you have something that you've been holding off on, or some type of hobby or career path, something that you've been putting aside, start it now. Strike while the kettle's hot. Even if you're nervous about it, I feel like you're hesitant, do it, because like your strength is what brought you this far and brought you through all these things, right? And so like spirit, God, whatever you believe in, is more or less like handing you this opportunity to live out your aspirations, like what makes you truly happy, your creativity. And this is what's going to change like that, the bad fortune that you may have gone through. I feel like this is over. It's done with. No more like having to be resilient, 141, like having to deal with one thing after another after another. That's not going to happen anymore. It's going to be not necessarily smooth sailing, but I feel like it's not going to be overwhelming, 151, because of your experience going through so many things. You can go, like, you can get through it without having to stress out so much. Like, you know that there's a problem, but you also know that there's a solution to it too. Hang on. Exactly what I just said, the 4 of Cups, right? Like, you're no longer feeling victimized. It's more like learning lessons, 212, from the things that you've been through, and being able to alchemize it and use it to either teach other people to get through their things, as well as, hang on, as well as navigate things like problems in a more healthy way, because you've been through it and you know how to get through these things, right? Anyway, I keep dropping cards. They will not stay in my hands. But that just shows importance of the cards. And again, now we have Judgment. So I feel like this is on top of being rewarded for all the things that you've been through. It's time for, like, I feel like you're going to have some type of spiritual awakening if you haven't already. Awakening of your gifts, or an activation of some sort, like them aligning with your, more or less like you understanding how your gifts align with your life now, 303, and it culminating into your like life's purpose, right? I don't know if it'd be like soul contract work or going into anything like that, your natal chart. However, that can also connect you to like past lives or like traits of yourself, whatever it be. I feel like you're going to start, it's a rabbit hole, so I don't want to overwhelm you with all this information. ChatGPT can be very helpful, and also make sure that you're questioning it. Like, just don't take everything at face value, 333. Obviously, use your discernment. But back to my point at hand, I feel like all you've been through and your strength and this like inspiration, passion that you're going to be filled with, along with like being able to take, I don't want to say take hits, but essentially like 353, take hits without losing stride. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Because you're fucking strong. You've got this shit. And it inspires others, because then, like I said, you can teach others how to get through their grief or pain or things that they've been through. And 14 as I look up. Anything else, Spirit? Oh. And of course, the last one to fall is the Empress. So yeah, with the awakening of these gifts, make sure that you're nurturing yourself, grounding yourself, because she is like she represents manifestation, creation. So make sure that you're doing things that make yourself happy when you're going through this transition, because that's what Spirit wants you to do. They want you to be happy. They want you to enjoy life. And like, essentially, doesn't matter about your gender, just being like this Empress, sitting pretty, you know what I mean? Having like a fruitful garden, having this connection to the divine, like, I love it. Anyway, let me grab an oracle deck. Okay, so I felt called to grab my Roots and Wings oracle deck. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hello. Trust. Establish trust in yourself and others. Also use your discernment. Obviously, don't be blindly trusting, but allow yourself, when you know your intuition's saying go ahead, don't argue with it. You know what I mean? Trust your intuition, trust yourself, and yeah, trust others, but also know when to keep your boundaries. And the last one, light of life. Embrace your unique glow, however small, to light the way ahead. Okay, so with that, when you find out, or if you already know your spiritual gifts, that's great. But if you are starting to learn them, it may not be something like enormous. It may, it may not be groundbreaking. It may not be something like a psychic ability. It could be something just as simple as your presence being healing to others. It could be so much as the fact that you know how to share words with others when they're in grief. It could be as simple as, I don't know how to describe it, just you being present. That could always be simple enough. But if you want to get into like actual divination work and things like that, you can learn that as well if you haven't already started. But just don't put like expectations or set high bars for yourself, because you know what, you may already be doing your spiritual work without even consciously knowing it, because that's just innately who you are, right? All right, I love you so much. Have a good day.